Cole, your show sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna fight you. Let's go.
Wow.
This is the no fun zone. Mari Krombu Weebs, my name is Cole, his name is Mike, his name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 147 of AniPro. And on this week's episode, it is the seasonal preview, the fall 2024 seasonal preview.
Are we already
it is
in
fall,
fall?
right? I don't know.
I know. That's crazy.
The leaves are falling. The weather is changing. The nights are crisp. I can leave my window open in the evening.
I wore a sweater during the daytime today. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather, baby.
I have yet to wear a sweater outside.
Yeah, but you strike me as like a shorts in this winter type guy too. So that checks out.
I used to be. I can't do it anymore.
Were you a t-shirts at winter guy too?
Yes, but like I'd wear like a jacket or something over it. So.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, I can't even wear like, I can't wear a t-shirt to go out and start my car. Like I need to put on a jacket now.
Oh, really?
I've gotten to that
Really?
age. Yeah.
Oh, I still have like the
Like I can do it. I can tough it out.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah. That's one like thing that's like kind of not spoken about getting old a little bit is that like you don't like cold anymore, you know?
I don't like cold.
Yeah.
I don't like heat. I just like nice.
Oh no, I like heat. I like heat.
No, I don't like heat.
But like I don't
just
like
wanna
to be in a hot room, but I like to lay in the sun.
Yeah.
I think I'm like I was gonna say I'm like a lizard, but I think they prefer warm environments.
Jay, reptilian confirmed.
I'm trying
I
to
saw
think
you
of
shapeshift.
I'm like
there
a
for
polar
second.
bear. I like cold environments.
I'm like a coal. I like I don't know, like 20 to 25 degrees.
Yeah, honestly, like describe your perfect weather because for me it's 25 degrees,
Perfect
partly
weather.
cloudy,
Okay.
light breeze.
Okay.
Perfect weather.
Perfect weather for me. I think of like
I should specify 25 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think of like Thanksgiving weather, which for us is in October, mid-October. So like
Oh, a little later, a little cooler.
yeah, a little later. Like, I don't know, the high is like 17.
So
So
high
it's-
teens,
yeah,
not
it's
even low
sunny
20s. Okay.
Sunny out. There's leaves rustling about. It's all pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. You can go outside and you're
Yeah,
not
that's nice.
sweating. I don't like sweating.
That kind of
Yeah.
weather always reminds me of like walking into university. Like you're like, it's the beginning of fall. Things are cold. There's leaves. I don't know, something about that just reminds me of like starting school.
Oh, I think of like it's the start of the holiday season, right? So like you're starting to like have your family dinners and stuff. So like being outside, like I think of like stuff when I was a kid, playing outside with the extended family stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good times. Jay,
Yeah, I
what's
didn't
your ideal weather?
Ideal weather, like at the beginning of spring when like it's not yet that crazy hot summer, but like it's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's still
Kind of
like
wet and wild a little bit.
it's sunny out. There's like it's starting to dry up. Like snow's gone.
Oh,
Snow's
not
gone.
so wet and wild. Not
But
so wet
like-
and wild. Dry and crusty. And
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
But like it's
Everything's
kind of
filthy.
like it's sunny, but like early mid-20s and a nice breeze.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you're like
everything's-
just you basically like the same thing as Cole, but the opposite end.
Yeah.
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 You
Everything's
like the
filthy.
spring.
Jay's just rolling around in the
Yeah, just
dust.
rolling around in the rotten leaves and dirt and dust.
No, I like the weather of spring. It's just
I do
like
like spring.
fall and spring. They both have that crispness to them. Fall is just like less messy.
Damp. And less
Yeah.
messy. Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
The thing
And
that
the
I think
colors.
Jay hits on with fall is prettier, but the thing that you get with spring is the sense of like
It's coming.
elation of
Yeah.
like, oh God, winter's finally done.
Yeah.
Spring is here.
Yeah.
It's so like joyous and like, it just feels like there's hope. Spring feels like hope. You know?
Spring is like yes, it's coming, and fall is like it's coming. No.
Yeah. Somber. Fall is somber.
Mm-hmm.
Fall is the fall is the true winter is coming season.
Yeah. Truly. But I don't mind winter either, though. So
I like winter. We truly get 4 seasons where we are for the listeners. So like when you think of like each of these seasons, like it's very hot in summer here. It's very wet and rainy in spring. Fall, we get the leaves falling, and then like winter is like frigidly cold and lots of snow. And I like winter up until like January.
Yeah.
But we up like where we are, we get like legitimately like 5 months of winter.
Yeah.
So that's too much. That's too much winter for me.
And it's dark.
It's dark.
It's dark. The sun only goes up to what, like you'd say, if you think of a clock. Yeah. So like the height of the sun at noon is like maybe like 10:30.
Yeah.
If noon is 12. You know what I mean?
And like
it's
you
so
only
low
get
on the
daylight
horizon.
between like basically like what 7 and 4.
Yeah, real daylight.
Say?
Yeah, from like 8 to 4. Yeah,
yeah, which is like think about that. That's horrific.
Yeah,
why do we live here?
I don't know. It's okay. I don't mind it.
If winter
I
weren't
really
like
don't.
extremely cold, I feel like I'd like winter more.
But like good news, winters are warming up. Woo!
Good news, winter might not be a thing anymore.
Well, I mean, the short days, that's not going to change. We got some depressing winters. We really get seasonal effectiveness disorder.
We do.
Here,
but eat your vitamin D, people. Eat your vitamin D.
Yeah, drink your Sunny Delight. Yeah,
that's right.
That's what I say. Drink
your Sunny Delight.
Yeah, you didn't know
I've
that?
just always called it Sunny D.
Yeah, I think they legally changed their name to Sunny D, but it was
Jay, you sweet summer babe. Oh,
Sunny Delight. Yeah, that's what it always was.
I remember. I didn't realize it would ever actually change the name to just have the D. I haven't had a Sunny D.
Now the branding is just
time.
Sunny D.
It's just Sunny. It's been Sunny D for years.
Yeah, for a long time. Well, even
like Craft Dinner just became KD kind of.
Yeah, colloquially we would still call it Sunny D, but you know me, I'm a contrarian, so I got to say Sunny Delight, the whole thing. I got to use its full legal name.
To what Mike said, I still find it weird when people in the States call Kraft Dinner Kraft Mac and Cheese. It just like it sounds weird.
Yes, it's Kraft Dinner. Yeah, it's a whole dinner in a box.
Yeah,
gotta be KD.
Yeah, distraction noodle. Okay, gentlemen, let's get into this.
That's
what the people have come here for. They don't want to talk. They don't want to hear us talk about seasons. Yeah. Let's talk about shows that are coming out this season. So for those of you who are new here, we're going to talk about the sequels, the sequel series, basically stuff that was ineligible for our draft. Now, our draft as well, this is the second time we've done it this way, is a little bit different. We'll go over our draft picks that we made, but the actual competition for the draft has already been done.
It's already done.
We did the draft. Yep. And that draft is available on our Patreon. So if you do want to listen to it, the crazy escapades that the three of us went on, you can go find it on our Patreon. And while you're over there, why don't you consider supporting us by subscribing, leaving a like, all of that stuff. Come over to our Discord too. Lots of stuff going on over there. All right, let's kick things off with probably the most anticipated show for this upcoming season.
Probably.
It is a sequel, and that is Re:Zero Season 3. It's back, baby. Here we go. I can't wait to see my girl Rem. Who? She's my favorite character, and I can't wait to see her do stuff.
Who's that?
It's not funny, Jay.
Cole.
Jay, that's
it's
enough.
Not funny.
That's enough out of you.
It's not funny.
This is interesting, and I was watching the trailer, and I was like waiting for my boy Subaru to like appear. I'm like, is he like not in this season? And then at the end, he finally like makes an appearance. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But it seems like we're getting a lot of like new characters popping in this season, and it seems like from everything I've seen, it's going to be kind of more action packed this season.
I think so.
I think that's going to be a little fun. I have a good feeling. I think that's going to be fun.
I think the thing that kind of takes the forefront for this season is the royal selection thing that they've been building up for the past couple seasons.
Yeah.
And just kind of what becomes of that, I think.
Yeah. And I know like lots of people talked about like Subaru slowly starts to use his powers less and less as the series progresses, which honestly concerns me a little bit, if I can be the naysayer. I'm still super excited for the show. But like, you know, that's its gimmick. That's the gimmick of the show.
Well, like I think like when they say he uses his power less and less, I think it's more he doesn't rely on it as much.
Yeah.
It's more like
he's getting better at not dying, basically. Yeah. It's cool because it's going to be 16 episodes and I think 2 cores.
Yeah, so like 8 episodes are going to be released this season, and then I think next season they're releasing the next 8.
And the first episode's, I think, 90 minutes or something too.
Yeah,
so
it's like it's a full length like movie kind of thing.
Just it's a weird release. It's a weird release for it, but I'm here for it.
Well, I guess that would be what if they're doing 8 and one of them is a full 90 minutes. That's like basically a whole core.
Basically, it's close. It's real close.
Yeah. Okay. We see you, ReZero. We see you. We see what you're doing there.
Cool thing too is Myth and Royd are back for the ED of this one. They did I think was it the first OP was Myth and Royd?
First ED was Myth and Royd. Second OP was also them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that puts a damper on it a little bit for me.
You don't like Myth and Royd?
No, it doesn't.
I'm kidding.
He's just a silly goose. There's no way.
I'm just a silly goose. Myth and Royd are nothing if not extremely unique, and I'm here for it. Yeah. ReZero, I think we're all interested, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the number one most popular show this season, and it'll probably remain that way. I have a feeling. Probably. Just because like it's people love ReZero. I remember I think I said it on the podcast even that like ReZero is the best isekai, period. Because like realistic, like I don't know what would even beat it, honestly.
Mushoku Tensei.
Mushoku Tensei, that'd be probably the next closest, I would say.
Yeah. I would agree with you until like Mushoku Tensei came around, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like the thing that kind of pushes Mushoku Tensei over the edge for me is like it kind of leans more toward the classic high fantasy aspect. And it just kind of...
I do love the gimmick in ReZero, though. Like,
it's like, I mean, I'm not knocking one to put the other on a pedestal.
If you're talking peak isekai, it's those 2 shows. And there's a period after that, I would say, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I could hear arguments for Konosuba as well, but that's, I don't really...
I don't know, I'm a Konosuba lover, and it's just a touch below, in my opinion.
The thing about Konosuba is like it's less of like a typical isekai and more of a parody of it. So it kind of feels like it's its own thing.
Yeah. It doesn't feel super isekai-y, kind of. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Let's move on to the next isekai that everybody's super excited about. Imagine you were transported into a world where you were good at sports. Let's talk about Blue Lock Season 2.
Yes.
Now, this is one I'm not super familiar with. This is the one where they play football, right?
It's Death Game Soccer, basically.
Soccer?
Soccer, Jay?
It's football? Actually,
no, because
they call it soccer.
Because there's a show called Ice Shield 21 that's about American football, so you can't get them confused.
That's gridiron football. We're talking about association football.
This one's about footy. Yeah.
This is Australian rules football. Yes, it's about soccer, Jay. I'm not one of those people. Don't worry.
What a guy.
Yeah.
The AniList tag says centers around the sport of football, known in the USA as soccer. That's funny.
You got to put it in. They have to put it in. Yeah.
I think AniList is also
it's a website.
A European. It's a European website.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm sure like people would have figured out that it's about soccer. They're not like, okay, I can't wait to watch this.
I think it's pretty clear because there's a soccer ball in the poster. So
I mean, anyway, Blue Lock was also like one of the biggest manga worldwide last year.
Yes.
So
okay. Blue Lock. Sell me on this show. Should I watch the first season of this so that I can watch this?
Yes. Yes, you should watch the first season. I am cautiously optimistic about the second season because the trailer, I find trailers, we've agreed on this before, that like the trailers are not very good at telling you what the show's about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what they are good at is kind of giving you a glimpse of the production values of the show and like what you're in for from that aspect. And frankly, this one is concerning from that aspect because it looks not great from a production standpoint. It looks like a lot of still shots. It almost has like that moving visual novel type look to it, which is, as you can imagine, not fantastic for a sports anime. But maybe it's just a weird trailer.
Here's my question for that. When was that trailer released?
That's a good question.
Because what it could be was they were like, okay, we're the show's in production. We got to get a trailer out. Let's get some cool visuals at least to hype people up. The
AniList discussion on it was updated 3 days ago.
Yeah, the trailer was 3 days ago.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
But it's Blue Lock. It should still be good, I think. This arc is going to be like the under 21 arc it's called. Jay, have you read the manga for this one?
I started it and like I just kind of fell off. But like the one thing I want to say about the trailer is I feel like at the same time they know that people are looking forward to the season, so they don't really need to put a lot into the trailer.
Yeah,
to hype people up for it.
Yeah. Or they did the trailer like a long time ago and they kind of just like were like, we're going to release it right away, and they're like, no, we're going to hold on to it, and they're like, oh. Okay. Why'd we do it so early?
Yeah. What are we doing?
At the same time, like, and people talk about this with Western trailers. Like, people hate when studios blow the load of what's going on in the show, in the trailer. So
yeah, that's fair too. Yeah. Blue Lock. You guys gonna be watching this one though?
I'll be watching it for sure. I'm curious to see where it goes. It kind of left at a good point. I never did watch. Didn't a movie come out before this?
A movie did come out. It's a spin-off with I think it was Nagi.
Nagi, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So I don't need to watch it before this. But yeah, they're it looks like they're basically continuing Blue Lock and like the death game thing. And in the trailer, he says they're playing against the under 20 Japan national team, and if they lose, Blue Lock ends basically. So. I'm guessing there's the manga continues, so spoilers for whether
the manga's still ongoing. So,
Jay, are you watching Blue Lock season 2?
I'm on the fence.
Okay,
because like I understand what's so exciting about it, but at the same time, like I'm at that point where I'm just kind of like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I feel that setting in a bit.
Yeah. And. There's like this dark part of me that's thinking like a lot of people are going to be watching this season and think like, yeah, I get it, and kind of fall off.
Okay.
I could see that happening, especially if it doesn't look good.
Yeah. Time will tell. Okay, the next show we've got on our list here is Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Arc Part 3. It's Bleach. It's pretty. It's on Disney Plus.
Or Hulu if you're or not outside. Yeah.
You know that they're going to be promoting the hell out of it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Kind of a cool thing they did for this one though is so Bleach has always been Studio Pierrot does it, and basically they decided like, you know what? They put out this press release and they started a new studio called Pierrot Films, and like the whole intent behind it is kind of like to focus on putting out better quality with like up versions of these shonen, long-running shonens, but like where they don't have to worry about a continuous adaptation. Instead, they'll just have like shorter cores. And they directly quote Jujutsu Kaisen as an inspiration for that.
Oh my God. I'm going to come.
What Cole's alluding to is I clicked, when I sent the on AniList, there's a thread where they just basically are explaining that whole thing. And someone said, and that was their whole comment was, I'm going to come. Because it's like you get Bleach, and they literally Pierrot said, we want this to look so good, we're going to start a whole studio.
For this
to look incredible, and it will. It looks really good. It's the third part of 4 of the 1000 Year Blood War arc. If you've watched the first 2, you're going to watch this. If you haven't, you probably aren't either.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's really good. But yeah, you have to watch like 400 episodes of Bleach to get to this point.
I mean, at the same time, like there's something to be said about one of the big 3 getting a new season, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah. And getting this treatment too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely meaningful. It's it's the most meaningful show this season that I will not be watching. And it's just because of the investment that needs to be put into it.
Yeah.
Nothing against Bleach. I have never watched a single episode of Bleach, and I don't know if that's...
Neither have I, actually. I read the manga to catch up to 1,000 Year Blood War arc. So the only anime I've watched of Bleach is the 1,000 Year Blood War arc.
So what you're saying is I've watched the most Bleach of the three of us.
That is true. And that clip of Ichigo saying, call an ambulance, but not for me, or whatever.
Yeah.
when he's like... Or when he calls the ambulance, then kicks the people's butts underneath the bridge in the first episode.
Like I've seen clips and stuff, Bunkai and whatnot. I won't be watching this one.
It'll be really good. Yeah, people.
I'm sure it'll be very good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those shows that's rated really high because the only people watching it are the people who have watched Bleach for this long.
Yeah, and I think it will be good.
Exactly.
Like I think it'll be worth its rating. I'm sure, but I think none of us will be partaking in the viewing of this one. I don't think.
No. Oh, I will. I definitely will.
You will. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. Mike's the guy. Mike's the freak here.
The first two parts were so good. I'm so hyped for this, actually.
Can't not watch it. Yeah. Next we've got is this even an anime?
Are we even allowed to call this an anime?
Is this even coming out this season?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crunchyroll's saying it is.
Yeah, but it's funny because there's like kind of no official announcement other than Crunchyroll, which feels weird. But I'm gonna pretend it is for now until it doesn't. But yes, I am excited for Link Click season 3 ? The Yingdu chapter / Britain arc.
It's pretty much season 3, but I think like it's about like it's kind of a flashback.
Okay.
It seems interesting. They haven't really explained what any of it is, and it's an original, so we have no idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like maybe one of our protagonists is missing in this arc. Like something happened to them, but we'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see.
I think the show works best when the protagonists are separated. A bit more intrigue, a bit more drama, so that works.
We also did a review
I'm on
of
the
the
first two seasons of it,
so you can go check that out too.
Yeah. I'm on the fence about this one. Again, like the problem is kind of you can't really build hype up to something when we don't know what's going on. So like, how do we get excited for it? Just the idea that it's coming eventually.
It just exists.
I need a little more than that. Yeah.
AniList just has, and I think this is what Crunchyroll said, is October 2024. So we'll find out soon. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. We'll find out soon.
Yeah.
Mike, you're probably going to be watching this one?
Yeah, I'm sure Shazane and me will be watching this one because we really enjoyed Link Click a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Jaylee and my friend, my reptilian friend?
We'll see. I kind of talked about it in the review, but like I was a little probably not as high as the two of you were, but still a good show.
Man, I'm already like feeling like oh God, how am I going to watch all these shows? Because like that's what fall always ends up as. It's like, how do you always end up watching 12 shows and you're like, how did I do this?
Yeah. Next up on the list, I've got to remind myself what the show even is. It's Spirit Chronicles season 2.
Did any of you guys watch season 1?
It's another isekai.
Jay, this one's on you, buddy.
Yeah. Welcome to generic isekai number 1. We've got a couple of these on this list.
We sure do.
Yeah. Not really much to say here aside from it's another generic isekai light novel adaptation that you're probably not going to be watching unless you like generic isekai light novel adaptations.
Yeah. I'll read the synopsis. I'll read the synopsis here and we'll see how generic it truly is. This is of the first season. His past life and current life are intersecting. A boy with memories of 2 lives faces his destiny. After his mother was killed at an early age, the orphaned Ryo fought his hardest to survive in the slums. One day he awakens to memories of Haruto, who died in an accident while dreaming of being reunited with his childhood friend. What does this have to do with isekai at this point?
So Ryo, he gets the guy Ryo gets memories of a guy that was in Japan named Haruto who died in a bus accident.
I see that. And then
I kind of get that. That premise is unique, I guess.
Yeah, that's at least interesting.
It's unique. I'm not going to watch it.
It sounds interesting.
After helping
but you'd be
stop and attempt
surprised
to
how
kidnap
generic
a
it gets
princess.
after
that he stumbled upon. He finds himself enrolled in a famous school where the children of nobility gather, and as Rio attempts to rise up from the bottom of a hierarchical society, he will have new encounters and say many goodbyes as he fights to overcome fate. And how boring this already sounds by the end of this.
No, isn't that the problem with a lot of these light novel adaptations is they have this cool premise and then they do nothing with it.
They have this cool premise and setup, and then they do the same thing they all do.
So To this show's credit, to this story's credit, I guess, because
just don't stop, Jay.
No, it's popular though, so we should talk about it.
Advocate.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It does delve into the premise that it sets up later on, but it takes a bit to actually get going. But ReZero, for example, which is like, we talked about it. It's a good isekai. Gets to the point immediately. It tells you what it is, and it shows you like what you're going to be in for. Yes. This show spends way too much time just like with the generic isekai preamble before it can even get to what actually makes it stand out from the rest. And it's too long. Nobody's really interested unless isekai is your thing.
Yeah. I will not be watching.
No, really?
Yeah. Would you guys?
I'm not going to watch this one.
I make my proclamation, and then you guys just...
As someone who's read 20 volumes of the light novel, no.
No?
I'm done.
20 volumes of this?
What? Jay, you're playing so coy. You coy little dog,
You're a goddamn, like, the savant of this. Okay, next show, we've got Arifureta. From Commonplace to World's Strongest.
Cole.
Season 3.
Cole, can you do me a favor? When you're doing the edit of this, can you just like copy and paste what I said of the last one and see if anyone notices the difference?
We're coming back, same exact thing, eh? It's just another...
I'll be real with you. I see one big difference with this that's probably going to make it more popular for sure.
Yes.
Booba. It's got bigger booba.
And
this one's clearly a lot. It definitely has a lot more fan service. Just I haven't watched any Arifureta, but it honestly, it's one of those anime that like I've always kind of looked at and wanted to watch a little bit.
It's kind of so bad it loops back around to being kind of good.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that. It feels a little SAO-y a little bit.
A little bit. It's super edgy and like there's. If you're looking for like genuine quality in a show, that's nowhere near here.
It just seems fun.
But it is a lot of fun for what it is, and just like laughing at how absurd this show can be is also just like kind of fun.
To your point, Jay, I am looking at the comments on the announcement thread here for it.
Yeah.
Someone said, please no more. That's 2 more hours of my life I have to waste on this utter garbage.
Yeah.
And then someone commented, if only there were a way for you to not watch it.
Yep.
But then there's lots of people saying they're excited for it and stuff. But
yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
This is so sad.
I think at the same time, like a lot of people enjoy the show because of how bad it is.
Yeah, and it's sometimes turn your brain off and enjoy a fun little romp. I get it.
Yeah. That all being said, nah, fam.
Yeah, I'm not
watching this one.
You know what? I might like catch up just to be able to like have something to bash this season.
See how far into the light novels they get, because you've probably read 20 volumes of it.
I dropped the first volume of the light novel. It's not good.
So wait, the last one was 20 volumes better than this one?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, all right. Okay. That's how we should rate isekais, is how many volumes has Jay gotten into it.
Yeah. That's the isekai power, the power scaling.
There we go. That's our isekai power scale, is how many volumes has Jay read.
Yeah. Okay, next show. Shangri-La Frontier.
We're back, baby.
Frontier.
We're
season
back.
2.
We're so back, baby.
Do we like
sooner
this?
than expected? Back much sooner than expected.
Oh yeah, 100%. Shangri-La Frontier is a lot of fun. I think if you like shows like Log Horizon or like those games those shows that like are about a video game, you'll like this.
It
Can
truly
you name
feels,
any other shows that are similar to that? Like anything, you know? Like, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Are you thinking of Overlord, Cole?
No,
I think he's thinking of SAO.
I'm thinking of SAO, Jay. I'm thinking of SAO.
But SAO's like not actually good.
I know, but the comparisons are definitely there.
This is like if someone actually wrote a good. This is like by far the best gaming show I have seen because it actually feels like a real video game someone would want to play. Like sometimes, you know how like when you watch these shows and it's like, oh, this is the best game ever, and then they boot it up and you're like, this just seems like a boring typical JRPG. What are you talking about? This one actually you feel it. You're like, you actually get excited as they figure out new features and do like bosses and stuff.
And like the main character is a guy who loves terrible games.
Yes.
So like he kind of like tries to figure out ways to cheese through certain aspects of this other game, but like he can't really because it's not a bad broken mess.
Yes.
They need to make a video game show that caters to me. So the guy just plays on easy mode.
He plays Farming Simulator.
This guy's the opposite. He plays with no armor. He plays on like he's a Dark Souls enjoyer for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's the guy who plays Dark Souls with like no equipment whatsoever and just
all solo her. Yeah.
I think the main character might literally be inspired by that. Let me solo her or whatever the guy's name is. Yeah.
I didn't watch season 1, so I unfortunately will not be watching it. But you guys may have convinced me to catch up.
Oh, Mike, you'll actually be really hyped about this. You know who's doing the OP?
Let me look. Who?
Lisa.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, my girl Lisa. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? And like the OP for this last season was a bop.
Yeah.
So this season, it's going to be another like hardcore banging song, and Lisa does that. The song's called Queen. It can't be bad.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it in the trailer.
Comparisons continue.
It sounds really good. I'm so excited for this show.
Yeah.
Moving on. Danmachi season 5. My co-hosts, huge fans of the Danmachi series.
Jay bigger than me, but I do enjoy a Danmachi. I might catch up for this season actually.
Danmachi season 4 was really good. I'm looking forward to Danmachi season 5. But at the same time, like there's so much airing this season that it might fall by the wayside.
Yes, that was a big but. If I'm going to catch up, I'm going to have to do it now because we're about to enter a hellscape, my gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it a hellscape. It's good.
Or
it's
Nirvana,
good.
Heaven, maybe
somewhere in between.
Earth,
Limbo.
Earth? We're going to enter Earth. Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth. I haven't watched any Danmachi. I know that Hestia is Bestia.
No,
genuinely, Cole, you would probably enjoy Danmachi. Not gonna lie. I think it has all the hallmarks of a show Cole might enjoy. Actually,
honestly, Cole, you kept saying that Shangri-La was kind of like SAO, but I'd more compare this to SAO than Shangri-La.
Okay. Except like this one, it's like actually kind of wholesome. It's got like good ecchi bits. Because I know Cole, you also are an ecchi enjoyer a little bit.
Hey, I'm not too proud to admit it. And
neither is this show.
It
wears its heart on its sleeve. It is what it is, and it is the most isekai non-isekai ever.
Yeah, it's just a fantasy.
It's just a fantasy. But you would swear
that's
it's an
nice.
isekai.
Yeah. I like that. that. Free Ren did the same thing. It's just a fantasy.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah. Are you guys watching this though? Well, I guess Jay kind of said it might go to the wayside. Mike, you said you might catch up.
I might catch up.
Kind of all on the fence about it?
Yeah, I'm on the fence just because it's season 5. I don't know. It does look interesting because it's going a different direction. Like last season seemed pretty dark. This season kind of seems like it's like a weird romance arc where they have to like pretend to date or something and then somehow save somebody. I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just pick up on season 5, see how I do.
That seems like the right move.
This one blew my mind that I thought, how is this not something that is eligible for the draft? And then I looked into it, and apparently the previous season came out, 2 seasons ago for Blue Exorcist.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a recent season of Blue Exorcist. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I'm not watching this. I just wanted to have this on the list just so that I could say, what? When did this happen? What are we doing?
Well,
when did this happen?
It's been 2011's the first season. I'm kind of looking here. I I've read a couple volumes of Blue Exorcist, and it kind of didn't do anything to hook me in. So I'm probably not checking this one out either. I think people were kind of disappointed with the last season too.
Yeah, a little bit. The biggest problem with Blue Exorcist is like a lot of the mid story stuff is stuff that like doesn't really translate well to anime because it's a lot of talking.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's a lot of like I need to figure this out, or I need to go talk to this guy and learn something from him or whatever.
Yeah. Definitely not watching this one.
Yeah.
Mid.
Yeah.
Next up, Jay, we need your help again. This one is, as a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the new world. Season 2. This is definitely based on a light novel. Jay, I'm sure you can tell us a little bit.
How many volumes?
About this one.
I dropped it mid volume 1.
Okay,
Ooh,
so not a good one. Not a good one.
Not a good score.
It is like I think I can understand a bit of why someone might like this. Because it does have a little bit of that like kingdom building aspect to it. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, the description of the show is kind of in the title.
Didn't they make this show before where it was like reincarnated as aristocrat using my merchant skill to lead the kingdom to prosperity or something? Wasn't that a show? I swear to God, this happened before.
Something like that, yeah.
That's the problem with these isekais, man. It's like deja vu, just constantly. It's like, didn't we do this? Haven't we done this already?
I thought we did this.
Oh, this kind of thing has been done before.
Oh, I believe
these light novels are a dime a dozen.
Yeah. I won't watch this. Period. Straight up,
just pure hater.
No interest in this one, even a little bit.
How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that one's actually
right. Yes.
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah.
It looks good by the trailer though. Like it's animated well. So if you like these shows,
at least it's got that.
If you like this, you already are watching. You know.
Yeah.
If you like this, you'll like this. What about Ron Kamonohashi? Thank you. Forbidden Deduction Season 2. I just wanted this on the list because I remember having a really good time watching the first episode of the first season and thinking, wow, this is really cool, great concept, and then never watching another second of this show.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that the people enjoyed the first season, will enjoy the second season.
I'm guessing you're not watching it.
I don't know. Like if I get around to it, it's a rainy Sunday afternoon and I'm like, I need something to watch. Okay, I'll watch the first season of this and maybe I'll pick it up. I'm not against this show. I just I'm not going through hoops to watch this one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I feel about right because it seemed interesting and like from everyone I know who's actually watched it seemed like the first season was pretty good, but there's a high bar. It just seems to come out in like crowded seasons and it just kind of doesn't clear the bar in a crowded season. If this was in summer, I'd probably have watched it.
Yeah. I think we have 2 more consequential shows, maybe 3, but we can, we'll go through this one really quick. Rurouni Kenshin Season 2. I wish this show didn't have baggage because like the whole thing seems cool. Not that thing. I mean, like the show.
The show. And you know what? Like the manga is really good. As someone who's read the manga from start to finish, it is a good manga. Just it has a lot of baggage, and I can't really stand behind it anymore.
I'm on the fence. Of giving this one a shot because I don't know anything about Rurouni Kenshin either. Other than like the cultural impact of it.
Cole, I just say read the manga if you like want to get into it.
Just pirate the manga.
Okay, I'll do that then. Okay.
Yeah,
I have your blessing.
Yes, you have the blessing on this one. Okay. I heard decent things about the new adaptation of it. But yeah, there's just a stink to it. It's got a stink.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of a stink to it. So.
Got a bit of a stink.
There are skeletons in the closet.
Now,
this next one does not have a stink to it.
Yeah,
though.
Mike wanted to put this on here. Get your Euro beats ready. Get your cars. Get your get your stuff. Drive fast. This one is MF Ghost Season 2. Mike has it bolded, underlined, italicized on the list. He wants this show.
Technicolor, yes. Unironically, probably one of my most excited. I'm actually like super excited for this show, and it's stupid because it's not that good of a show, but goddamn, is it fun? It's
the Euro beats, man.
It's the Euro beats. Without the Euro beats, this would be such a terrible show, and I wouldn't be interested in it at all. But the Euro beats mixed with like cars and like these weird, obscure like car. I like cars, and like with the weird car knowledge stuff, it's like the perfect tickling of my jimmies that it just does it for me, and I'm just excited for more of it. This looks like, guys, the twist this time.
Yeah, tell me.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
They're racing in the rain.
Oh my god, what a pretzel!
What a pretzel! That is some pretzel, Mike. Salty, delicious.
No,
crispy or soft? Soft pretzel.
I've never had a soft pretzel.
Real? Oh, Jay.
No? Okay, let's
Jay.
go.
We need to remedy that, my friend.
Jay, I'm surprised you, of all people, have not had a soft pretzel.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, we'll talk about it off
air. Honestly, though, I am very excited that I feel like this one, it went under the radar when it came out. And I feel like the hype has I feel like other people agree with me on this one. I feel like I'm not the only one, that there is a little bit of hype for this.
I've talked to people outside of the on the street about this show. People be like,
Cole's a guy on the street.
You like anime? Have you watched this show, like MF Ghost? I'm like, yeah, I haven't watched it, but I know of it. Like, that's what they say.
Yeah, MF Ghost. And then they start pounding Euro beats at you. Yeah.
All right, I think we've got this one in specifically for Zero's producer son. Love Live Superstar Season 2. It's an idol show.
Superstar.
It's an idol show.
Yeah,
one day I'll watch one of these.
One day, honestly, Love Live. I've always wanted to watch just to understand.
Look, man,
why it's so beloved.
I watched the first Love Live, with Muse, the first band, and I loved it. It was really good.
Muse?
Yeah.
What?
Like Muse, the band Muse?
Like Muse, like it's the Greek letter mu.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Not like Muse, the band Muse.
I was thinking of like the band that does like Supermassive Black Hole.
No.
Like Muse.
No.
Muse.
No. Their name's just Muse. But like I liked that first incarnation of Love Live. And then Sunshine came out and I kind of fell off.
Okay. Well, what about Superstar with 2 exclamation marks?
This is the third incarnation of Love Live, and it's lost.
Love Live.
Yeah, it's more Love Live.
Again, it's almost like where there's no point talking about this because it's just like you already know if you like Love Live.
Hey, you like candy? How about some candy?
Yeah,
you know.
Do you like Reese's Pieces? Okay, here's a nice cup of Reese's Pieces. You like
As
Reese's
I look
Pieces?
toward my hidden Love Live poster on my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay's watching this.
No, I actually do have a Love Live poster on my wall.
Oh, we know. We know.
We know. On your ceiling above your bed.
Next one. How do you say this on this
list? Why is KamiErabi God App getting a season 2? And
like
why is it on
show.
this goddamn list? I do not like this show.
Mike, you can't stop talking about it.
You shut your dirty little mouth, Jay.
Hey, I will never allow you to live up. No, it was me who said I was.
I drafted the first season, and then you said, "Dang it, you stole that one." I thought I was going to take it.
That sounds really cool. Yeah, no, you know who the real fools are?
Us.
You, me.
Yeah.
Well, Mike drafted it.
No, Jay, you're wrapped up into this too.
Yeah, Jay,
season 2 of this.
But hold on. But like Mike came back at the end of the season. That season, he was like, "But like, it's actually kind of good, actually."
No, I said that about 2 episodes in, and then I realized it was not good. Do not forgive me for this one. I do not deserve it. There should not be a season 2 of it. I think
there should be like a season 20 of it.
Anime was a mistake.
Give it all the awards. Put it on like the biggest stage in Tokyo. Just like shoot this one to the moon.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Zero's producer Son will be excited for our next one, though.
Yes, the final one we'll talk about in the first half.
Yeah.
This is Idolmaster Shiny Colors Season 2. Hey, you like idols? You like candy? How about some candy?
You like Love Live? How about some Love Live Light?
You like Reese's Pieces? How about some M&Ms? I like both of those. Yeah, both sound good. Yeah,
kind of equivalent a little bit.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I've never. Again, same things. Everything we said about Love Live.
Yeah.
Copy paste.
Yeah, copy paste. I've just heard more good things about Love Live. So if you're gonna pick one of these two to get into right now, I would say Love Live.
Mm.
If you want, here's what I'll say. If you want to enjoy an idol show for the anime, watch Love Live. If you want to enjoy an idol thing for the games, I think Idolmaster is the one people like more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there we go. And that's it. That's all that we're talking about in this first half.
That's it. We're done.
That's all the sequels. Yeah. And then we're going to, all second half, we're going to spend talking about all the new shows.
Oh, no. I think Cole was saying that we're done with the season in general. There's nothing else airing this season.
You wish.
You wish we could release you.
More?
There's more.
What a twist.
I know we're tiptoeing around it here, but do we want to reveal the draft order right now? Right here? Right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have the scores in front of me, but we'll just
gentlemen,
say...
let me pull up
the
official scores.
Yeah. While Jay's pulling that up, the scores are from our last draft.
Yes.
So he takes the average of all of our shows as scored on AniList by the people, and whoever has the most critically acclaimed draft will win the right to
award first.
Declare their awards first. So they basically get first dibs on the awards, which is truly like an actual prize. Because if someone takes all the awards from a show, the best show of the season, then you kind of have to scramble. And then the loser, the person who picks the worst shows, who's probably actually the best person amongst those people, if you think about it, probably like is really just like an awesome person. They get the pleasure of taking the first show from the next season, so they get kind of favorable choice.
Yeah,
they get better odds to get the win next time. Right?
Yeah, they're too busy. They're too busy like filleting themselves to like actually do a good draft.
Yeah.
So we give them a second chance.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
The person who wins also gets a point toward Cole's trophy.
Yes,
yeah.
That too. Yeah, teeny tiny trophy. Seen directly above Cole's left shoulder there. Yes.
Asuka and Rin Tosaka are protecting it.
It will be mine this year.
It shall be mine.
I have no idea what the rankings currently are.
Well, in third place, let me tell you, with a whopping score of 66.4 is Mike.
Oh,
hey, go me!
So Mike got first pick.
Mike had 0 good shows this season.
I had Elusive Samurai.
I had one. I had Elusive Samurai.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike had 1 good show this season.
That's true. That's correct.
And in second place, with a total of 72 exact, goes to me. On the dot.
How precise of you, Jay.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's
almost
a precise
alien
person.
How truly precise
Beep,
you are.
Boop. Yeah. A computer. An alien.
Well, I guess
mean, you know what?
Means...
If you're looking for like the most like, this is good list, I had it this past season.
And if you're looking for the most supreme, ultimate good list...
If you're looking for the list that features the #1 show of the year as per rating...
Well, I think Mike drafted the best show of the year.
No. The highest rated score on AniList this year was Monogatari series.
Was it Did it pass Freeren?
It's 89. Freeren's not on this list. That's last year.
Oh, because it okay. I'm counting shows that continue into next year or into this year. But with a score of 76.6 is Cole.
Skull letting a Skull Vikings go. Gross.
No surprise here. Cole won. He drafted Monogatari and Kimi ni Todoke. I mean, like,
yeah.
I had one.
How do you do poorly when you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just.
I mean, you guys left him there.
That's true.
And let me tell you, Monogatari is so good, man.
We love
back.
Monogatari for you.
Jay, are you caught up on Monogatari?
I'm not caught up.
Oh, God damn it, Jay, get caught up. This is absurd. I'm gonna have a nice chat with Jay.
Okay.
And we're gonna come back from that. And Jay, don't be alarmed by Jay's black eyes. That's normal.
Happens to everyone.
Well, don't be alarmed by them because I won't have them, but don't be alarmed by Cole's black eyes.
Yeah, I will have them.
And don't be alarmed by my bruised knuckles.
Okay. Let's take it break. Welcome back.
Of course, calls comes in when I zoom in on my face.
Welcome back to AniPro. We are talking about seasonal stuff this week, so hope you enjoyed that little break there. But now we're going to get into those shows we drafted this season.
Yeah, you just took over the hosting duties. You just took it from me.
Just took it. I like it. Keep going, Jay. Take it. Take it, Cole. I mean, Jay. Yeah.
I mean, Cole can have it back if he wants.
No, it's all you, baby. Let's go.
All right. Well, we've got 15 lovely shows that we drafted, and then maybe we'll go to a lightning round after. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how we feel.
So we got stuff we got to talk about.
We'll see if we're feeling spicy.
Yeah,
zesty or Dorito,
Dr. Pepper.
Ooh,
that's what
Sprite
I have
from
right
McDonald's.
Next to me. Actually, I got some Dr. Pepper.
Spicy.
Here.
Sprite from McDonald's. Where's that on the hardness scale?
Super soft.
Soft. There's no caffeine.
No caffeine. Clear.
I don't know, but it's crispy.
Yeah, but like it's not. It's clear. There's no caffeine.
Seasonal anime.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But anyway,
okay,
so
Dad.
we started this draft off with the loser. The big ol' loser.
Yeah.
Wow.
And for once, we're not talking about me.
No, Cole, you're a winner.
Oh, yeah. Right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm a loser. But I didn't lose this time.
If you think about it, second place truly is basically just the less losery loser.
The first loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, considering our rewards, I get second for both. So technically speaking,
it's not a bad spot to be.
Second
Mr.
place isn't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, whatever you got to tell yourself.
But
Mike,
we're not talking about.
Yeah. What did you take first, Mike?
Yeah.
Me? I took the anime known as Dandadan.
What
first.
A surprise.
Yes.
What a show.
Yeah, stunning.
I think
yeah.
I think if any of us was in this position, we would have taken Dandadan. I think this would have been a universal number one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. How do you go wrong with this?
Can't wait. Science Saru. We reviewed the manga a few weeks ago. Yeah, let's go. I love UFOs. I love ghosts and ghouls.
And spooks.
It's got everything. It's got everything that I want.
Show also like just looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, it does. And like it already aired in theaters too, and this is part of why I took it. It's because I had heard from people who saw the first 3 episodes in theaters that like it lives up to the hype. Like it's as good or better than expected. Like we're eating so good. This is a feast in many ways. Yeah.
There's always like that one show to watch every season that like takes the internet by storm, and I think that's going to be this show.
Yeah, and this will be the big show. Mike mentioned ReZero. He thinks we'll stay at the top of the popularity charts. I got a feeling Dandadan.
You think so?
I think it might. I think this one could have legs. I think.
Yeah.
It's also a season 1 versus a season 3. So like the people who are dropping in.
Yeah, that is true.
Unknown.
Yeah.
Dandadan has more accessibility.
It's just new. It's fresh. Yeah. The main character is a cute girl. People like that.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's got everything going for it.
There is kind of no reason this will not succeed. It's got like the style points that we need in like a shonen. It's got like enough edginess and like the cool factor's definitely there. It's
going to stank to it.
It's got that stank.
But like the good it's a good stank.
It's got that good stank.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't want to like elude and talk about like some of the leaks that have come out, but the OP looks just choice. So good.
Yes. Creepy Nuts, right?
Creepy Nuts. Yeah, they're back. And it's just a perfect match. Perfect match.
Yeah. If somehow you're listening to this, but actually, you know what? There's a lot of people who haven't read Dandadan. If you didn't listen to our review a couple weeks ago and you're just tuning in, this is your first AniPro experience. This manga is about basically, or this anime will be about these two friends who one of them doesn't believe in aliens, one of them doesn't believe in ghosts, and then they kind of like come together to like then get superpowers, and they end up like just kind of like solving these problems as they come up amongst them. This first season here should adapt probably the first 3 volumes, basically what we covered in our review there. So
probably even more, I think.
It's going to be so fun. It just oozes fun,
and like the characters oozes zaniness in the best way.
Yeah. Yeah. If you like things like Doro Hey Doro, if you like kind of like the weird and wild stuff, if you really like Chainsaw Man, stuff like that, like where you don't mind things getting a little weird and cool and
spicy
this will be it for you. There will be some etchiness in the first couple episodes, some questionable content, but like after that it clears right up and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like a cold. It clears right up. Yeah, you just gotta push through.
Yeah.
Now, Jay, what did? I'll definitely be watching this. 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This will be probably the
Yeah, and you can also watch this yourself on either Crunchyroll or Netflix.
Oh, it's on both?
Yeah, it's on both.
Wow, cool. Okay, Jay, what is your number 2 pick?
My first pick, the number 2
your
overall
first pick. Yeah, okay.
Sorry. Is another show that we reviewed, or like manga we reviewed recently. Blue Box.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've talked at length about it, but for those of you who haven't heard of Blue Box somehow, or just like haven't read it or whatever, it's basically about a boy who plays tennis and a girl who plays basketball, who kind of get into a situation where they get closer and romance ensues.
Yeah. It's a classic. It turns into a love triangle too, which is like it's a tried and true trope. It's great. Everyone loves a little like romantic tension.
And what also sets this one apart from like other Shonen Jump, Shonen romance stuff is like it's a true, just wholesome romance. There's no like hair romantics to it that like might bog that down. It's
zero ecchi in this one at all.
Yeah.
So
and I mean like well respected as well. Like people really enjoy it. The anime looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like absolutely top shelf stuff here. This is the goods. This is the goods we're looking for. This
is the good stuff. This is the show that got a Netflix budget.
Yes, absolutely.
Looking forward to this one. I'll definitely be checking out as well. Not quite as high as on Dandadan, but I think that's just me.
Yeah, I think so. I think the only thing that kind of scares me a little bit with this one is I'm not as sure about the studio with this one. But all the previews look pretty good. So I think we're kind of in the clear, but there's just like this nagging little gremlin in the back of my brain that's kind of like, but what if it doesn't look good? Like what if the adaptation's bad? But otherwise I'm pretty excited for this. I love Blue Box and
just from how the trailers look and like how Like, and not even like the slice of life stuff, but the tennis stuff too, or the badminton stuff too that were in the trailers. Like, it looks really good. So
don't confuse badminton with a sport like tennis.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
But one's for babies and one's for big, strong, not babies.
Mm-hmm. Like tennis is the one for babies, right? Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I think the show looks promising. It has a really good manga behind it, and I mean one of Jump's biggest manga right now. So yeah, I'm definitely checking it out, and you can do that too on Netflix.
Yeah, for
on
sure.
Netflix. That is where you will watch this one. Okay, now we got the first two obvious ones out of the way. These were the two ones that we knew for sure. And here I come busting through the wall, ready to ruin everybody's dreams and hopes and desires, because I went off the board and I went with You Are Ms.Servant. This is a show that, I don't know, something about it when I watched the trailer, I was just like, yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I like this. Basically, we've got assassin turned maid who's trying to leave the world of assassinating behind. It's based on a manga as well. Manga seems to be fairly well respected, you know, kind of mid to high 70s on AniList, which is usually good. I am definitely not as sure of this one as you two are of your first two picks. That being
said, it's a darker horse.
It's a dark horse. I'm playing with fire here, but you know what? My reign of terror does have to end eventually. And that all being said, I do genuinely think that this show will be good. It's got the comedy aspect to it. It's got the comedy aspect. It's got the romance aspect. I'm looking forward to it. This should be good.
The studio is it's Felix Film for this one, and when you say, "Oh, who's that?" and then you see, "Oh, okay, they did Aharon-san, they did a bunch of Nekapara, and they did MF Ghost most recently." It just kind of, I know, it just kind of seems like, I don't know, they don't do anything amazing, but it seems like they don't really miss too hard either.
Yeah, they're not dropping the ball. You know, it's like a poor man's A1. They're doing good stuff, but they're not doing anything bad either.
They're doing underrated stuff, I'd say.
I'm also keeping my eye on this one just because the director of this show is also directing Witch-Hat Atelier. So like it kind of would give me an idea of like what to expect for that show. Yeah, and I mean from the other standpoint, he was also the chief director on Komi Can't Communicate. Yeah. I mean, say what you will. That's a gorgeous show. Yeah. Like if nothing else you can say about Komi Can't Communicate, it's a gorgeous show. He was also a director, not chief director, but a director on After the Rain, another show that was just a very pretty show as well. Everything is pointing towards good things. It's just not as much of a lock as maybe some of the other shows that are
but honestly, I feel like it's an anime with like a battle maid in it, right?
Yeah, essentially.
That you kind of can't go wrong. That's such a cool, it's one of the maids are like quintessential to anime, and that's just like it always hits. I don't know.
It always hits.
I get that. My only worry is that people are going to look at this and say like, oh, it's discount Your Forger. And then...
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that a little bit, but who cares? Who cares?
I'm fine.
Don't listen to those people.
Hey, even a discount Your Forger is still
pretty good.
Pretty good. Yep. Pretty good. Mike, what was your... obviously I'll be watching this. I think we're all kind of keep our eyes on it.
Yeah. I'll look for like clips of this on Twitter and maybe I'll end up watching it. Yeah.
And you can do so on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, yes. Thank you. Round 2 fight. Mike, what is your first pick in round 2?
Well, in round 2, I went with Sword Art Online Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online 2, the second season of Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online.
That's a long title. Yeah, is that all the legal name? Legal name.
Yes, legal name, full name. When this was announced, I was super excited for it because I really enjoyed Gun Gale Online. I'm on record as saying Gun Gale Online is the best SAO because it doesn't feature any of the cast from the main series.
Hey, Asuna's good. But it doesn't feature Kirito for sure.
Yes.
It's also Mike, it's also written by the guy who wrote Kino's Journey. Fun fact.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there
Bingo card. Kino's Journey. Kino's Journey.
Here you go, Jay. This one's for you.
It's like, again, kind of like what we were saying in the first half with Shangri-La a little bit. This one, they just you can tell the person who wrote this kind of gets it a little bit. Like they get what makes a video game fun. They get what makes an MMO fun. And it's like they just go on and kind of mess around with your buddies and have a good time.
They understood the assignment.
They understood the assignment, and I mean all of the real world stuff too. Like there is a heart to this show that SAO is kind of lacking. Like Kirito is just cool. He's just cool in and out of game. Where like Gun Gale Online, like you get this like dichotomy that these people are like almost trying to escape their real lives in games, and it's relatable, you know, not in a sad way, but like in a second life. Like I want to escape into video games, and that's something a lot of us can relate with. So I feel like not many of us can relate with being the cool Kirito, just getting it all the time. Yeah, but we can identify with somebody who's maybe self-conscious.
It's a self-insert for a different reason. Where Kirito might be that power fantasy, this is more like a relatable self-insert.
Yeah, it's the grown-ups SAO. It's the thinking man's SAO, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely into it. Yeah, it's definitely into this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch it on Crunchyroll. And yeah, I don't know, SAO with like actually interesting characters. Hell yeah. And guns and honestly, the character designs in this are great too. So I'm looking forward to that. It seems like this season is kind of just more of the first, but now that the characters are established, like they're just kind of having like a different tournament. I think they're like entering a tournament as a team, the three of them. So it'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in.
You guys going to check this one out?
Hell yeah.
I think I'm gonna catch up to watch this one.
Yeah.
Also, the poster looks really cool. I know we don't ever really talk about posters.
Hold on. Pause.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wait. Did you watch season 1 of the Gun Gale Online?
No.
Did you watch any of it?
Of Gun Gale? No.
Yeah.
Oh my sweet Jay. We must remedy that. We're getting the chair and the duct tape ready.
It's been in my planning for a while. Just bandwidth, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
What the fuck, Jay?
Yeah, very valid. Very valid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Jay, what are you watching here in your second
my
pick?
second draft pick is kind of like how with Cole's first draft pick, a little bit off the board, a little bit of a risky pick, but the trailer looks really good, and I'm really interested in how this turns out. It's an anime original called Negative Positive Angler. Just like it looks like sad boy who like finds out that they sad boy for good reason, because he finds out he only has 2 years to live, is introduced to fishing and takes up fishing to kind of cope with the sad boyness.
Yeah.
So I'm looking
and finding life in fishing, right?
Yeah.
Fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing.
So I'm looking forward to like a fun drama / comedy with fun characters and gorgeous visuals, because the show looks really good from the trailer.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing too, like when you're getting premises like this where it's maybe a little less standard, you know, where they're taking a risk on it. Yeah. And for it to be picked up with such a big risk, it almost kind of leads into me thinking that like the story has to be good, you know? Like there's got to be something more to this than just saying, you know, imagine walking into a pitch meeting and just saying, okay, the show about fishing. What? Like you got to have something on there to be able to at least get this picked up, right?
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of the time when you get shows like that, the hook is, and all the characters are cute girls, right?
Yeah.
But
that is not the hook here.
That's not the hook here. So like, I expect like a very introspective character drama about like finding meaning in life and something like that.
I'm kind of getting like Grand Blue, but like not quite as zany. Like same kind of like character interactions, you know? Do you know what I mean?
See that?
Yeah.
It's got a bit of zaniness to it for sure. For what
like
it is.
Grand Blue is like obviously like just pure comedy. It's one of the funniest shows. Again, we reviewed it. Go check it out. this one probably wouldn't have that. It would probably have, we're probably getting an ending that's going to be
bit sadder.
A bit sadder.
Yeah.
Based on everything, but yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in this one.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm always curious with originals too.
Yeah. I gotta wait to see how it comes out. Maybe like week 3, and the wheels start turning, and people are like, "You got to check this one out." Then, Then I'll dive in.
Might go off by the wayside though, because it is an original.
Yeah,
and there's so many like big name shows coming out this season.
It seems like the type of show that might end up being big with like kind of the hardcore anime fans, like the people who have podcasts and stuff, but maybe like the more casual people don't get into it kind of thing. For what it's worth, the person who's directing it kind of directed all of Saga of Tanya the Evil, and they also worked on Gurren Lagann too. So there's some things here that look interesting.
Yeah, they came from Gainax, if I remember correctly, and that's kind of where they got their start. And it's by Studio Nut.
Studio Nut.
That's a
great studio.
Yeah. Good one. Where can the people watch this, Jay?
This show will be available on Crunchyroll.
This screamed a High Dive show. I thought for sure High Dive.
It kind of did. Yeah. High Dive, yeah.
Dropped the ball on this one, High Dive.
High Dive fell off this season.
Yeah, well,
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you can't win them all. Them all. I can though. My next pick. My next pick is Yakuza Fiance. I am again I'm really going with my heart on this draft, you guys.
Yeah, I like it. You didn't bother to look at the rankings. I like it.
Yeah, you know what though, Cole? Like this show does have some stuff going for it. Like it's Studio Dean, which I mean, like pretty respectable.
It's not a bad studio. Very cool art style. Like the whole premise is so unique as well. Like, sometimes you get the shoujo tag where the guy is a bit of a bad boy. Imagine that, but like the guy in this one is like not a good guy, like in any sense of the word. Like
he's a Yakuza.
He's a Yakuza. Like he's beating people up. He's one of the tags for this show is gore. For example, like we're definitely in for it on this one. The other thing too is this is not a shoujo, which is always a plus. This is a seinen, actually. So it kind of takes that shoujo trope of, like the bad boy and the girl, kind of flips it on the head a bit. It's basically the main female character is being what's that called? I don't want to say forcefully arranged marriage to this Yakuza member who's the male main character. It just seems very interesting. Definitely very interesting to me.
I read a bit of the first volume of this. And Mike might get this more than Cole will, but you know how in Horimiya, Hori has that like certain thing that she likes from Miyamura?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it's the guy that wants that from the girl.
Okay.
I
can relate.
Yeah. Because one of the tags on this too is that like is yandere too. So
yeah,
you're gonna get a little bit of craziness with that. And this one it's interesting because it just looks like a shoujo, but it's really a seinen, and that's interesting. Studio Dean is an interesting choice on this one as well.
Yeah. The other thing too is I saw tags about this one. Actually, earlier today, I saw like one of the people I follow on Instagram, who's like one of those kind of like influencer anime type people, that's cosplay and whatnot, and they were talking about like, oh my god, this manga that I love is getting adapted, and it's like, okay, well, it's kind of it's out in the
sphere,
the ether, in the sphere. People are checking it out. Everything about this one is just it's scratching my itches, and I hope it lives up to what I see in this show. So I'll definitely be checking it out, obviously.
I think it might be genuinely like another dark horse show from this season.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to Round 3 fight. Mike, what did you pick in round 3?
Well, let's fight, because I picked the show that you guys were much downer on than me. More downer, less high. Anyway,
I would say probably Mike, you're number 1. I'm like number 2 on the hype list, and Jay's probably like in the 4th place position, even though there's 3 of us.
Exactly. Dragon Ball Daima, the all new series for Dragon Ball. Basically, what's going on in this one is something has happened, and everybody in Dragon Ball has been turned to children. Wait, haven't they done that before?
Yeah, in GT, but it was just Goku.
Yeah, I know. It was just Goku and GT. But this one, they're all children. It's better.
It's GT2.
It's GT, but more.
To me, it's interesting because I don't know. You guys, I don't think watched the Dragon Ball superhero show where it's kind of done in that new.
I did.
Kind of 3D. Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Superhero.
I watched it a couple times. Yeah.
The movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that 3D CG look that they're going for. I feel like it actually kind of suits Dragon Ball quite a lot, and it seems like this is going to be kind of a mix of that and 2D animation. So, honestly, the trailers look really good.
Yeah,
I think some people are down on it because Dragon Ball's kind of gone down in the tiers a little bit because it's just, I don't know, it's old, right? It lost the hype a little bit.
I think it's made a bit of a resurgence after Toriyama's passing.
Yes,
it's definitely like a legacy title. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's almost like your grandpa's anime kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like we respect it, but I'm gonna watch Sword Art Online. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So when I look at the announcement thread here, there's one person saying, it's amazing how they keep milking this franchise and serving me BS, and I keep accepting and enjoying it. But honestly, I really do enjoy it though. I don't know why. It's just
I wouldn't call it BS.
I wouldn't either. I feel like that's strong. And honestly, from what I've seen, Toriyama was pretty involved with the coming up with this concept. So that bodes well for it as well. And I have a feeling it's gonna have a few moments that are gonna tug on the heartstrings when it's gonna be a tribute to Toriyama. You know that for sure. So.
Oh yeah. And I'm here for it. I was kind of lukewarm on it. I wouldn't say cold. I wouldn't say super hot. Super hot.
Yeah.
The game, super hot.
Yeah.
I would say I was warm. I was warm on it. I watched the trailer for it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's scratching my nostalgia."
It tickles you right in the nostalgia, Jimmy. Yeah.
It's tickling my nostalgia, Jimmy. So yeah, I'm sure I'll watch it. It might be one where I binge at the end of the season because Dragon Ball is best watched binged.
It kind of is, yeah.
So yeah, if it's one season, hey man, I'm here for it. I can binge that. I'm down.
Yeah. I'm hoping for Dragon Ball memes. That's the most I'm hoping to get out of this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it.
I'm also I've gone on record saying I'm not much of a Dragon Ball fan. So
yeah, exactly. And I feel like you're on the tail end, you are on the cusp of when Dragon Ball, you got into anime when Dragon Ball was kind of already waning, I would say. So that makes sense. You didn't grow up in watching Dragon Ball Z in the 90s, for example, which is I feel like we're most Dragon Ball fans. Okay. Never mind.
I don't know. I know what Mike's getting at. Yeah, there's a generational gap, I think, there.
Yes.
We were. Oh yeah.
I mean,
on it, the action figures and stuff.
Dragon Ball was a pretty big thing when I was a kid. Just
oh, it still is.
Yeah,
but it was a cultural touchstone almost when we were growing up. You know,
I'm not trying to other you, Jay. I'm just saying it was different back then a little bit. And
you wouldn't
get
it.
5 years are a little different.
You wouldn't understand.
Anyway, I think this one's on Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Okay. I will be watching it. I've drafted it. I will be watching it. It is the 12th most popular anime of fall 2024, according to AniList. And yes, what else is popular?
Jay, we're hopping on a plane. We're going to Poland. What show did you draft?
My next draft pick was Orb on the Movements of the Earth, which, as Cole alluded to, is set in, get this, 15th century Poland about heliocentrism.
I know. It's so wild. What?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to explain what this one is for sure, because this is a crazy concept.
But like it's by Studio Madhouse, which I mean, like, there's another show that's airing this season. We'll get into it in a bit. I feel like that was like their B team. I think their A team is working on this show. And just for a little synopsis, the setting is 15th century Poland. It was a time when heretical ideas led those to who possessed such a mindset to being burned at the stake for their beliefs. The protagonist, Rafal, a child prodigy, is expected to major in theology, the most important subject at the time, at the university where he plans to skip a grade. One day, however, he comes across a mysterious man and is now studying a possible truth in the midst of heretical thought.
Whoa. The concept in and of itself. Again, Mike and I, big nerds, we like space stuff. And hey, what's better than people discovering that, hey, the Earth isn't the center of the universe?
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Poland? We love Poland. Mike's Polish.
No,
you're not. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
I'm almost Polish.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I'm Lithuanian. They had a thing.
Okay.
They had a thing.
Yeah, it's just like a super neat concept about like learning that the sun is actually what everything revolves around, not Earth.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's cool about this one too is that it seems like it has this cool setup like that, but it seems like it kind of is. It's a bit of like what do you call it? Historical fiction. Like there's some supernatural stuff going on with this.
There's some whimsy, definitely whimsy. I don't know if it's supernatural or them like that's just how they're kind of.
There's a darkness to it, maybe
the perception, like how they're thinking of things. You know,
I think it's
like the Oppenheimer thing.
Yeah, the way I looked at it was like it was kind of like Assassin's Creed, where like they'll base it on history, but like they'll take their own creative liberties to it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great take, Jay. That's exactly how I'd explain it. Now,
one thing I will say that kind of turns me off is I really don't like these character designs. But I mean,
it's very Vinland Saga-y.
Yeah, it reminds me of Vinland Saga.
Yeah, I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe it's them in motion or something like that. Like I'm nitpicking, definitely.
Yeah. I will say that it doesn't look like it's going to be the prettiest anime.
Yeah, maybe that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. But again, that's a nitpick. Like the premise itself is enough to kind of keep me interested.
And the source material is pretty highly rated too. So
people love this thing. It's also like a short manga, so like the manga's already done, so they have everything.
That's always a good sign. That's always a good sign.
What if at the end they discover that the Earth is the center of the universe? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Did you just say the Earth is the center of the Earth?
Of the universe,
the twist.
I said.
Oh,
that's the twist.
Yeah. And
that's the pretzel.
That's the pretzel.
Calling back to the pretzel. Soft pretzel.
I'll be checking this one out for sure.
And you know what? I'm gonna push back on you guys saying the show looks ugly. I think it looks fine.
I didn't say ugly. It's just not as pretty as like some of the other shows. I think like a lot of these other shows are like, wow, drop dead. This one's like, it looks fine.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
You know what?
It looks good enough, is what I'll say.
Maybe I should have given you those black eyes over the break.
Yeah. No, I'll give you the black eyes.
Talking back to me.
You're the one bashing my show.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, both of you, I think, mocked this one to me in our draft, and Jay ended up taking it, I think. So
yeah. I thought Mike would take it.
Sneaky bastard, you, Jay. You sneaky bad boy.
Yeah. We mocked the draft. Each of us, so like we had mock drafts.
We each planned out what each other would draft, and it didn't go according to plan. None of us nailed it.
Obviously.
That's for sure. None of us nailed it.
The first round I was correct on, but that was easy. That was easy.
Easy mode.
Anyway, next pick was mine.
Wait, hold on. First, it's going to Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
Oh,
yeah, Netflix.
That's another good sign. Netflix,
small independent company, Netflix. Wow.
So it's Pluto too.
Good for them. Okay, my next pick. I went with keeping the astrology train going. I went with Nina the Starry Bride. You know, again, you think it's a shoujo? Well, guess what? It's not a shoujo. It's a josei. That's right. This is for growed-up women.
This is for the growed-ups.
This is for the growed-ups. Again, I'm just going with my heart. This one looks cute. We've got some palace intrigue going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
I am ready for this.
Yes.
The main character looks like just so sweet and nice, and I can't wait to vote for her as best girl of the season next season. I'm putting myself out there. I bet you this will be my best girl of the season. Nina, the Starry bride.
Yeah, it literally says, despite being at the mercy of fate, Nina is just happy to feel needed by someone. God, what is that? Absolute... Her open, honest eyes see the destinies on all the players of this stage begin to move when they make up their mind to protect the ones they love. Yeah, that sounds great. What
an absolute cinnamon roll. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's got a bit of like a Prince and the Pauper feel to it, where like they take her in, who's like, she's from the slums, to be like this princess who was not there for certain reasons.
Yeah. For me, it kind of really reminds me a lot of Seventh Time Loop a little bit. And that was really good. So I feel like it's going to tickle that itch for sure for people. If you like Seventh Time Loop, check this one out for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. So much so I drafted it in the third round. Go figure. I'll be checking this out. Definitely. And I mean, how often do you see a josei? You know, that's not often. Not often do you see joseis.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. And they get like a nice adaptation like
adventure.
this. Yeah. Josei's Bizarre Adventure. Nice pick though, Cole.
Thank you. You know what, Mike? You had a nice pick this round too. And
Thank you. Jay,
I like
you
your
pick this
right.
round.
It was okay. Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
Kind of mid-art a little bit.
All right. Cole, your show sucks.
Okay, I'm going to fight you. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. I'm coming with my big sword.
Cole, get ready. If that's all you got, you're going to need to work harder for that.
We're going to need a bigger sword.
All right, Mike, what did you take in round 4 fight?
In the fourth and penultimate round. That's the word I was looking for. Penultimate round. I went with an anime known as Kabushiki Gaisha Magilumiere, or Magilumiere Magical Girls Incorporated. I don't know what it's going to be called in English yet. Probably Magilumiere Magical Girls Incorporated.
Incorporated, yeah. Yes. You absolute crook. This was one Mike stole from me. I was going to take this round.
Yeah.
How dare.
Yeah. And it's not a very well-known title, so I'll tell you what it's about here.
Tell me.
Kana is an excellent candidate for the job. Any job. She's motivated and organized. She has a fantastic memory. So why is she interviewed at over 15 companies without receiving a single offer? She's trying to keep a positive attitude, but it seems like her bad luck is only getting worse when a monster crashes her latest interview. So then havoc ensues, and she is finding herself and helping the magical girl who comes to their rescue and ends up with more than just her life in return. Meet the newest magical girl at Magilumiere Magical Girls Inc. It just looks like a fun magical girl romp. And I feel like we haven't had some fun magical girl romps in a while, and I'm here for this.
It's also a very interesting concept. Like the idea of making magical girls like a business. Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. It's also a Shonen Jump Plus manga, so like it runs on the same website as Dandadan. Fun fact.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. Like the animation looks good too, which is one of the things that drew me to it. It is by Studio JC Staff. It's pretty good track record there, I'd say. And it just kind of seems interesting. It pairs that cool like office worker vibe that I kind of like a little bit, where like they have like a day job and it's just like there's like an interesting twist to it as well. And I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Character designs look good too.
Yeah. I remember reading some of the manga on this one.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting. I think I just kind of fell off of it. I was trying to find I was trying to find that itch. I was trying to scratch that itch at the time, and it just didn't quite get it. no fault of its own, though. It was a genuinely good manga, and I think that this anime will be a good time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because there's definitely nothing like this anyway, which I think is kind of cool. Like this is a pretty new idea.
Yeah.
New take on the
Very
magical girl stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
I will be watching. Yes. And I think I'll be watching on Crunchyroll.
Amazon.
That's right. This is an Amazon joint. Oh, I forgot about that. Jay has this ability to know where everything airs. It's truly amazing.
Yeah.
He just knows.
It just like you mention a show and like a zing goes through my brain. I'm like, oh, it's on this.
Exactly.
It's a secret power.
He's studied the sacred texts.
Yeah. Yeah. Jay, what did you take?
My penultimate draft show is it's Quince 2. I mean, tying the knot with an Amagami sister truly feels like the spiritual successor to Quince. Yeah. When you have a manga that debuts with the author of Quince going, "You have my blessing," I mean, how much more do you need to hear? Like, if you like Quince, the show's basically for you.
Do you like Quince, but you thought maybe there was too many, and you you weren't really crazy about them being actual blood related? Well, here we go.
Well, they are blood related. They are.
Shut up, Jay. I know what's happening. I caught myself. No, yeah, they're not quintuplets though.
They're not quintuplets.
They're not triplets either.
No, they're just sisters.
They're just sisters, Mike.
Yeah,
they're just sisters.
Okay, they're just sisters.
They're just sisters. Yeah. No, I mean, it has a very similar vibe to Quince. I've read the manga, and like, if you like Quince, this is basically
that was the feeling I got watching the trailer for it. It was like, oh, this is clearly targeting the Quince people. For sure. Yeah. Which is all of us. Yes.
Jay,
the
Mike,
three of us.
Let's go.
Yeah. Best girl. Forget her name. Give me a second. What was her name?
Big one?
Yeah.
Middle one? Little one?
The oldest one.
Yeah. Probably the old. Let me guess. She has dark hair. She's tall and quiet.
She has dark hair, tall, and bubbly.
Oh, unusual pick for Jay to pick the bubbly
the
one.
Genki girl. I'm going with number 2. I'm going with the red-haired one, the tsundere. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go with the other one.
The youngest mischievous one?
Sure, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll fight, and we'll see which
one. We'll put them in a football stadium and have them fight.
Yes.
Yeah, there will be lasers all around.
Yes. But again, people who like the harem genre, like this is, you know what you're in for. You know it's going to be up your alley. This is,
And it's also by Studio Drive, which they did the most recent seasons of Konosuba. And I mean, that looks great. This trailer looks pretty good. So,
pretty good track record.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I'm into it. I had something to say. Oh well, it's gone.
Well, maybe you'll find out when you watch it this season on Crunchyroll.
That was it. Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was on something silly like Amazon.
No, it's on Crunchyroll.
No, okay, thank God. Okay, my turn. During the draft, I completely forgot that this show existed until Mike reminded me. I'm going with TsumaSho.
Yes.
This is the one where a man finds out that his wife is reincarnated in a child, which you think sounds problematic, but everything is leading to me thinking that this is just going to be a sweet show about a family learning to move on in a strange way. Which is
that's how I feel about it.
It does, it does seem pretty wholesome, actually.
Yeah, there's not much to say about it other than like the premise itself seems strange. The trailer looks good. Animation looks perfectly serviceable. This is from Studio. Wait for it. Studio Signpost of all studios. They're known for Kingdom, I guess. They make the Kingdom series, which isn't the prettiest series in the world, but whatever.
Kingdom's beloved, though.
I'm not going to hold it against it. Yeah. What has the director worked on? Let's take a look at him. Why don't we? Nothing of note. So that's fine. Again, like the trailer makes it look fine. The premise in and of itself, like I said, as long as it doesn't get weird, I'm into it. I am very much.
It doesn't seem like it's going to get weird either, too. So
I get the same kind of like hope that I had for that show about the grandparents who like got young, where the premise, if they can do it properly, will be very good. And that grandparents show where they got young, whatever it was called, I don't remember, seemed to be very well regarded as it was being released a couple of seasons ago. So I hope we get the same thing with this show. So yeah, that's my number 4 pick.
My only concern, at least like in terms of its performance for the sake of your draft, is like people are gonna look at it under the lenses that like we're all worried.
Oh yeah,
about
and
that might tank your score. But like that's like me. That's me playing devil's advocate here.
Like I said, my reign of terror has to end eventually, you guys, and I've just accepted it. You know, you guys have to win at some point. I can't keep winning.
You just can't.
You simply can't.
I'm gonna win so much, and I'm gonna be saying, no, stop. We can't keep winning. That's me right now. So that's fine.
They're already dead.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll be checking this out. Crunchyroll, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
Crunchyroll. Yep. The roll is crunchy. Let's move on to the final round.
That's right.
5.
Final round. Yes.
Mike, what did you take?
I went a little off the board. I surprised you both with my pick here. Jay had heard of it, but Cole had not really looked into it. I picked MahoNare, or the story of a girl that was unable to become a mage, or the stories of girls who couldn't become magicians. I think the last one's what it's going to actually be called. And basically, this one was it's based on a listener submitted story that I guess JC staff got. They had a contest for one that would become an anime, basically.
That is an absolutely wild origin story.
Yeah, and I think the story was submitted like in 2021, and they kind of just disappeared, and then now it's like finally coming out, and man, does it look pretty in the preview. It looked so nice that like I just had to take a shot on it, and it could end up being one of like, end up being incredible, or it could end up being really bad. But I have a pretty good feeling about it. It looks pretty good. The character designs are so nice. It's got that sweet little pastel aesthetic to it. And I guess it's basically about this girl who like wants to become a magical girl, and then she kind of just like isn't able to do it. I mean, that is in the title, so that was a really bad synopsis, but yeah. I don't know.
It's all there. It's on the tin.
Yeah, it's all there. It's got magical girls. It's got that like cool like witch aesthetic. It's pastel. I don't know. Yeah. JC staff knows how to do it too. This one adds up to me as a win, and we'll see. Yeah. Jay?
I mean, it could be.
Where's this one airing?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Okay. What were you going to say, Cole?
Oh, I was just going to say my concern with this is maybe the magical girl market maybe a bit saturated this season.
Yeah, weirdly saturated this season.
Yeah, which is, I mean, hey, I like magical girl shows. I know Mike does too. So I'm fine with it. There's another magical girl show that doesn't appear on the draft, but that's totally fine. We're eating good for magical girl shows this season.
Yep.
So, Jay, what did you draft?
My final draft pick is, I think was also kind of off the board. But it's a terrified teacher at Ghoul School. It's basically about a very timid teacher finding his way at a school of ghouls.
Wow. Again, it's all there on the tin.
It's all there on the tin.
Yeah, we know what's going on with this one.
Yeah. Every time I read this title, though, it reminds me of that Scooby-Doo movie. Scooby-Doo at the Ghoul School.
I'm not familiar with that movie.
No, I'll have to show it to you guys, or to you off air, Cole. But every time I read that title, it reminds me of that. But anyway, the thing that kind of has me interested in it is like the vibes I get from the premise of the show kind of give me a similar sense to something like Welcome to the Demon School Iruma-kun, which is also like just a very delightful show.
Mm-hmm. Despite the premise.
I mean,
you know, he's going to a school full of ghouls. That sounds scary, but it'll be not scary. It'll be fun.
It's not scary. It's gonna be a fun comedy that
it's not scary.
Will feature a very timid teacher.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry. Don't worry, Mike.
It'll be good.
It will not be scary. I promise.
Okay. I'm a little scared, but I think I'll survive.
Yeah. I won't watch this one. There's so much good shows this season.
Yeah.
I think once we get into the kind of the round 5, like, it's tough to, unless the show comes out of the weeds and it's like, oh my God, okay, this is good. I'm getting like, oh shoot, what was that book where the skeleton works in the bookstore? Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Years and years ago. Kind of get that same
bookseller Honda-kun?
That was it. Yeah.
Skullface bookseller Honda-kun.
Yeah. I kind of get those kind of vibes a little bit from it. And again, that was a good show, but it didn't hook me.
A little bit. I think that like this might have a bit more of a like a serialized approach than Honda-kun, but I can see the comparison. For
Honda-kun is, I just mean like humor-wise, I feel like. Honda-kun 2, I think it was just shorts. Like, I think they were just like 5-minute episodes.
Yeah. I never seen it, but I remember hearing people talk about it. It seemed like a good show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, final pick. This is the last one. And what a winner I got on this one. I got How I Attended an All-Guys Mixer. Here it is, boys. The boys are back in town. I'm going to read the synopsis because it's nice and short. College student Tokiwa gets invited to a mixer by his female classmate, Suo. When he arrives with his friends, they are greeted by 3 dazzlingly handsome men? What? But as the two groups get to know each other, they find themselves getting closer in unexpected ways. Well, spoilers, the men are actually the ladies from earlier in that paragraph.
Whoa! What a pretzel!
What a pretzel. I get strong. I mentioned it during the draft. It's something about this reminds me of Uran High School Host Club for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the pretty boys who, I mean, in Uran they are boys, but in this, obviously, they only look like boys. But I feel like if you liked one, there may be a correlation there where you may enjoy the other one. The manga is...
It definitely seems like there's definitely ties to it. And it also has like the tomboy main character too. So that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The manga, 80% mean score. I mean, it's a well-liked comedy manga. And you know what? I just wanna have a fun time. You know, there's no villains in this one. We're just going along for the ride, having a good time with the boys.
It's also by the director of Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible,
which was great.
It was a delightful show.
Delightful show.
You guys seem to like that one a lot. So yeah, it's got a lot of positive things going for this one.
Mm-hmm. I'll obviously be checking this one out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have to.
And you can on High Dive.
High Dive. There they go. There they go. They got one. They got one.
There we go.
One. Yeah. All right, guys. We're in the speed round. That was the draft, by the way. Thank you for listening to the draft. We really appreciate it. Let's go through the speed round because there was shows. I'm sure everybody is screaming at their. What do people listen to podcasts on? iPods.
Yeah, I think iPod Touches.
Yeah.
iPod Nanos.
iPod Nano. iPod Shuffle.
There you go.
Oh my God.
iPod on iPod Shuffle.
On their
iPod
Zune.
Period. Ooh.
iPod Classic.
On their MP3 player.
Yeah. Yeah. Zune. Yeah. Anyway, speed round. Let's talk about Ranma 1/2. Wow. The show looks amazing.
It looks pretty.
Yes. The animation looks terrific.
My biggest concern about this show is it's going to be Urusei Yatsura number 2.
I know I'm a little burnt from Urusei Yatsura a little bit.
Yeah.
Where like you're going to get like you're going to enjoy it for like maybe 5 episodes and then be like I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm worried about that for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes the concern is like the trailer was better than the show is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll have a fire OP. I'm telling you that right now. I'm putting money down on it.
Oh, it probably will. Studio Mappa's doing this, which I think this is their biggest show this year in terms of notoriety.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, they're catching their breath, you know?
Yeah.
they can't keep releasing all of this, but they got Ranma 1/2 and it looks good. I'll check out an episode or two.
Probably will. It's going to be on Netflix,
yeah. It for sure has the production value that's going to at least make it fun to watch. If the source material ends up a little
next up, again, this one, terrific source material. We're all a little bit hesitant about the anime itself, and that is Uzumaki. And that's, I think, just because of previous incarnations of Junji Ito.
I haven't seen enough here to really get me over the hump of being cautiously optimistic. I'm still just cautiously optimistic. But yes, this is a beloved manga. I actually haven't read this one, believe it or not.
No?
Yeah, somehow I've managed to not read this one. But it's a 4-episode OVA on Netflix. I feel like I might just, at this point, just watch this and just see if I like it, and then I'll read it and see how much better the manga probably will end up being.
It's on Adult Swim and Max.
Oh, I thought it was Netflix. Right. Oh, it's a Max show. It's a Max joint.
God damn it. But I mean, for 4 30-minute long episodes, it's almost no investment. You may as well just watch it.
I don't know, guys. I think that there's a little bit different with this show than the other Junji Ito ones. Obviously,
I think so.
Obviously, I don't think it's going to be the best show this season, but I think it's still going to be at least a little bit respectable because they're doing the whole thing in black and white, which is really cool.
That is cool. Very unique in terms of manga adaptations.
Yes.
And
I think it's kind of the move for a Junji Ito joint.
100%.
Yeah.
I think the signs are good for this one to be good, but we'll see.
Cautious optimism on this one. Cautiously optimistic, I think. I wanted to put this one on the list in the speed round, and that is MechaUde, or Mechanical Arms. The only reason I put this on here is because let me just show you guys or read
the manga has a 20-something% on
the manga. Thank you, Jay, for stealing my thunder. The manga adaptation of this has a 20% rating on AniList.
Yeah.
That is absurd. 20%? What?
Yeah.
How do you even do that? I mean, 6 people have probably read it.
Probably. But also, I gotta know.
Yeah.
So,
kind of need to, yeah.
I think this one didn't MechaUde originally come from an OVA? Yeah, it was an OVA, and then there's the manga. And I don't, is the sort, it is adapting the manga. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly though, the trailer, it had things that interested me, but it just kind of seems like it's going to end up being kind of generic and kind of bland.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the manga was that panned now I am all hype has evaporated. Oh well.
No. I kind of got to know.
Yeah.
Kind of need to know what's happening with this one. One that I'm sad that none of us drafted. 365 Days to the Wedding.
Honestly, this probably would have been number 6.
Yeah, I think it'd be most of our number 6s actually, because how often do you get an adult, not adult, but a mature romance story of
Wotakoi-esque.
Yeah. And I think that the premise is actually kind of neat, how they kind of get together. There's this transfer coming up in their company, and they don't want to be transferred, so they're like, what if we pretended to be together so they don't transfer one of us away?
interesting premise.
Yeah.
And then sparks fly. And Jay, let's not forget, who is the lead female in this one?
I feel like you'll tell me right now.
It's Starry Hayami.
Oh, it is Starry Hayami.
Yeah, so I thought that would be enough to push you over the edge, but I guess you hate her now, so
he doesn't like her at all.
Yeah, it's not that. It's just like when I watched the trailer for it, like it just kind of looked a little bit too generic of an adaptation. Like I love the manga, don't get me wrong, but like visually it just kind of looked mid.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be a fine show, I'm sure.
It strikes me as one of those ones where, like, you don't need it to look amazing. It's just going to look good. And it seems like it's there.
Yeah, and that's fine. Next up, we've got Demon Lord 2099, which I love the cyberpunk aesthetic of it. I'm getting some, I don't know, like, honestly, if I should have stopped after watching the first trailer. I should have stopped. And Jay told me that this wouldn't be an issue, but I watched the first trailer. Okay, cool. You know, we got a Demon Lord. I'm not really crazy about the Demon Lord aspect of it, but the cyberpunk setting, really cool. Like that cool concept. You don't, super unique. You'd never see that. But then the second trailer ends with him like doing a live stream, which threw me right off, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested anymore.
I suspect that the author had like a very had a concept for a cyberpunk light novel in mind, and the editor was like, look, I like your spunk, but you gotta throw something in here to hook him.
Yeah.
Make it,
you know what's
make it
huge right now? Streaming. Let's throw that in here.
Yeah, well, thanks.
I could see it being good, though. I could see a world where this is good.
Yeah.
It kind of feels, it's in the vein of like a Mr. Villain's Day Off or one of those type of shows, I think. But not funny.
I think it's
action
more
drama.
Going to be in line with something like Overlord, but not anywhere near as good.
Have you read this light novel?
I've looked into it.
I thought you own it.
I do own the first 2 volumes of it.
So by looked into it, you mean you've bought it? You've purchased it.
But I haven't read it. I just like...
Okay.
Like, I just kind of looked it up and was like, okay, I'll buy it and check it out. And then I never ended up checking it out and put it on my shelf.
This was another thing that Jay informed us of. At the start of the trailers, there's awards. Like it says, this award-winning story. And Jay pointed out that, like, you can't take these awards with a lot of credibility because usually it's basically them just giving themselves awards.
It's basically like the industry giving these titles internal awards that mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like car awards. It's like GM awards the GMC Sierra Truck of the Year. It's like, well, who else would win that one?
Yeah.
I hope you'd win that one. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Trillion Game.
This one caught my eye a little bit because it seems like the source material is pretty well beloved.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seems like it's got really good source material, but the only problem is it just kind of looks like it's not getting a very good adaptation.
Yeah,
it looks. Yeah, it's interesting, but it just kind of looks like it's gonna stink a little bit.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier how like Madhouse's A team was working on Orb. This is also Madhouse, and I think they have their B team working on this.
And the hard part about that is that it's got like such like a unique style to it that if you have not the best adaptation to it, it's just not going to look great. Yeah. And but it's Madhouse, so like I don't know, it's a seinen about economics and like kind of think like Wolf of Wall Street a little bit, but like it's like a tag team type thing.
It has so much going for it. Madhouse, seinen, the author of Dr. Stone. And then it just all falls apart from there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you boys. I'm not interested in this one. Period.
Yeah.
I feel like you know what I think when I watch this. I think, okay, this guy watched Wolf of Wall Street and got the wrong message. You know, like Wolf of Wall Street is like being rich corrupts, where this one is like, no, being rich is cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm not into that. Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks, as they say.
Yep.
Okay, do we got to talk about this one? Yes, we do, because it's Gundam, and we've got Grady Gundam himself.
Hi,
right here.
I'm here. Yes.
Yeah. What is this? Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. Looks like an absolute masterpiece.
Have you guys watched any of the trailers for this one?
I think I may have months ago.
Okay, I haven't. I don't Gundam.
Okay, so it looks legitimately like video game cutscenes is the problem.
Yeah.
Is the problem. But it looks like pretty good video game cutscenes.
Sure.
So I'm curious. I'm curious about this one. I'll probably watch it because I'm a psycho and I just want to watch everything that there is of Gundam.
Well, I mean,
kind of like Jay's read all of Shonen Jump. I want to say I've watched all of Gundam.
You kind of gotta watch it. Like, I'll probably watch it. It is interesting because like this is from the perspective of Zeon soldiers, right?
Yes, and it is interesting.
Is cool.
Yeah, it's cool because they literally like talk about the Gundam as like a thing to be afraid of, like a monster, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like that they're doing different takes on it.
It's too bad this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It really, it's truly a shame. Like, imagine if this was like nicely 2D animated, like some of the 90s OVAs or something. Oh.
You know what else is like kind of disappointing? This is the follow-up to Witch from Mercury.
Well, we're going back to Universal Century, Jay. Come on,
yes,
don't you know?
You're right, but I mean, like in terms of release,
the release schedule. Yeah,
this is the follow-up.
Yeah, people are watching Witch of Mercury, and now they're going to watch this.
Yeah. This is the follow-up to Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin, and like
which
the
is
Origin's
also
great.
Yeah, so
and
good.
It's tells such a great, interesting story in the Universal Century universe. But like this will probably tell an interesting story, but I'm gonna hate watching it because it's gonna look it's gonna burn my eyeballs. It looks rough. I wish this was a video game. That's what I wish in my heart. But I mean, looks like Mech Warrior.
Yeah, Mike, you know me. I'm a Universal Century slut. I love my Gundam Universal Century.
Yeah.
So I'll watch this, but I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna hate every second of it.
The thing is, as long as you don't see people, it looks pretty good. Honestly, that's the thing. Until you see the people, it looks really good.
Oh yeah.
But the people look really bad.
We got some good looking Zaku's in this, and then the people crawl out, and you're like, God, what is that horrifying monster?
You got sweet battle damage on them and stuff, and then you see the people talking, and it's
watch this be like Knights of Sidonia 2.
Hey, I like Knights of Sidonia. You keep your mouth shut.
Exactly. I'm saying that in a positive way.
Okay. Yeah. You know what, Mike? We shouldn't judge. Knights of Sidonia, super ugly, but it's a good show. I like Knights of Sidonia.
I'm hopeful. This
could be good. Yeah, we shouldn't be so quick to
Netflix.
judge.
Check it out on Netflix. This is a Netflix joint.
This is a Netflix Sunrise Safe House joint.
Safe House has only done this. They're, I guess, founded for this. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably the 3D animators. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that one.
TBD.
That's all the shows. That's all of the shows that
every single show that's coming out this season.
Exactly. What shows are you all looking forward to, dear listener, my friend?
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments below or on our Discord. You can always come to our Discord too if you want. It's up to you. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, all of that good stuff. It helps out the show. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people, Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead B-Dog, Nina Tucker is best waifu, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juz, Mogmog, Free Ren's Feet, Antonio Bustos, Uncle of Light. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps out the show. We're also on social media at AniProPod, and please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Do it right now. Links to everything is in the description. or at our website, AniProPod.com. That means computer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's com.
Commercial site is what it stands for, I think.
Is that? Oh.
Yeah.
What does org stand for?
Organization.
Thank you, Mike. And
what
for
does
that,
CA
Mike,
stand for?
Canada.
No.
What a pretzel.
What a pretzel. It's pretzel day at AniPro. Mike, lead us in a round of goodbyes.
Prayer.
Well, a round of the AniPro prayer that we say at the end of every single episode of AniPro, as we've always said at the end of every episode of AniPro.
Every one of them.
As we are commanded to, and we will not end until we say these famous words that are known around the world. As I say them to you, they will echo around the globe in your little listener ears.
Mike, I'm going to kick your butt.
Your little ears.
Oh, they're so small.
Little.
They're so small, but so
I'm gonna kick
powerful.
both your butts.
Yeah,
because you know why?
I know
why
you're
they're so
self-conscious
powerful?
about your little ears.
Kick your
We see
butts.
This is actually about Jay's ears right now.
Yeah.
That's why that's why he hides them under those green cans.
Yeah,
because
kick
he
your
knows.
butt.
You wouldn't.
You have
believe
your
how
ears
small
hidden
his
too,
ears are.
Mike.
Jay's got sweet Chinese food to eat after we finish recording, and boy, am I going to drag this out, because look at these ears.
Oh, baby.
Beautiful baby ears. They're great. I can't wait to watch MF Ghost drag. Bye-bye.
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 I'm scared of Jay.
Bye-bye.